All right, let's switch gears now. The Oladipo Ajay joins us again. Thank you for your time. So, I was asking you that if you look at the CBN stance to tame inflation, I mean, they've been doing this in the last 8 months. Cumulatively, they've raised interest rates by about 650 basis points in the last 8 months to tame inflation, because that's the objective of why they've been, raising interest rate so far. But it looks like that is not yielding the desired result. So talk to us about the CBN stance and their position, and the fact that the inflation rate has continued to rise.
Okay, thank you very much. Once again, like I was explaining earlier on, I said that there are two sides to the current inflationary pressure. There's the demand side and there's the supply side. And that's what you actually also mentioned when you mentioned that the demand pull and the cost push. On the demand, the duty of the CBN, what CBN has been doing, raising rates by 650 basis points, raising CR by 500 basis points, and consistently mopping the And I think that's one of the problems we are currently having in the country. Not much goods are actually getting to the market as we speak. Food inflation is north of 24%. And one of the reasons why you actually point to the fact that insecurity is key to the reasons why there are not much supply of goods into the market. Of course, we have natural causes as well, like the one that happened towards the end of last year, the flood issue. Those are some of the key factors that is actually hindering the supply to the market. And also, we are now also isolated from the global crisis, like what is happening currently, the Russia-Ukraine crisis. The aftermath effect is also being felt in Nigeria as we speak. So all these things are part of the things that needs to be done on the part of the fiscal policy guide to ensure that there is adequate supply of goods and services into the market, so as to drop the price of goods and services in the market. And by so doing, that will help to actually reduce the current inflationary pressure.
So talk to us about this cost, the cost push, and of course demand pull. I need you to talk to us about this. Which one do you think is more prevalent in the case of Nigeria's inflation?
No, as we speak now, what is more prevalent in Nigeria is the cost push. Because as we speak, normally look at the month of January and February. People barely can actually access cash to actually buy goods and services. So if it is more about demand pool, we would have seen that sharp drop in the inflationary pressure in the month of January and February. But what happened there tells you that it is not more of demand pool, but it's more of cost push. And cost push simply means that the cost of production most times goes up, and as a result of that, manufacturer would end up actually pushing the cost into the end price of their product, and which in turn will affect the inflationary pressure that we are seeing in the market. And also, you can also forget that currently we have double exchange rate market. We have the parallel market, which is north of 700, and we also have the IRE window market That's about 461 naira. And most manufacturers cannot even affect the high window to buy as much raw materials they need to buy. So at the end of the day, they ended up going to the autonomous market, where they ended up buying FX at higher 760, 750 levels. And you know, this will also filter to the price. And it's just some of the things that is actually pushing the cost of goods and services up. And that's why I said that as much as the fiscal policy also needs to rise up to the occasion, also on the part of the CBN needs to find a way to actually align the two windows and ensure that we have a uniform price, FX price. That will also help to actually mitigate the current crashes we are seeing.
So in a nutshell, the CBN is applying, the medicine, although it's the right medicine, but the problem is wrongly diagnosed. That's what it means.
So, one thing is that we will not totally say that, because if you say that totally, we will not be unfair on the CBN. Because it's just like you're saying that there's a problem, and you are saying that maybe 30% of the problem is caused by demand pull, and the 70% of it is caused by cost push. And you don't expect the CBN on their part to just wait it out and pull their hands, because the end result of that is that we can get it to a runaway inflation. And at that particular point in time, we'll find it very difficult to actualize that inflation. So I think what the CBN is doing on their part is to be proactive, to actually at least remove the element, the demand pool element of that crisis, so that by the time the other party rise up to the occasion, that will actually help to actually mitigate the cost push as well.
Because I was going to ask you that what are the other instruments that needs to be deployed to curtail this inflation? Because in the last 8 months, we've seen subsequent interest rate increase, but the desired result has been minimal.
Now, you see, on the part of monetary policy, guys, they don't have much in their offering to use again. They've done the fixed rate hike. They've done CRR hike. They consistently mop liquidity from the system via the CRR debit. So they don't have much more to do. What you would have said is that, okay, maybe issuing Omo bills. But instead of issuing Omo bills, the CBN has been so smart so as not to incur additional costs. They've been going through the back door using the CRR debit to actually mop the liquidity at zero cost from the system, which for them is good. So now, like I mentioned, they still have one more thing to do, because you can't remove the factor of FX also from the impact of what we are seeing in the market as we speak. So they also need to tidy that ground in that aspect. The other thing that would have helped is when you talk about times like this, you say, okay, incentive to companies, maybe tax, reduce the tax rate. But this is not a good time for Nigeria to want to go that route. They want to reduce tax rate. Because currently, your revenue, the cost of servicing debt is almost close to your revenue. So it's not a time that you want to start doing PB. It's not a time that you want to use that as one of the instruments, policy instruments, to actually contain inflationary pressure. But I think what they need to do as we speak currently is, one, they need to find a lasting solution to the issue of insecurity. And another thing they also need to do is that maybe in partnership with CBN, the CBN and the Ministry of Finance need to find a way to create a window of the lending, expensive lending to most of these manufacturing companies. Because as you speak, you cannot tell most of these manufacturing companies to actually borrow from banks as high as 25, 26, 28, and 30%. And you don't expect the prices of their goods to go up. Because here also you want to factor that into the prices. Maybe on the part of the CBN and the Ministry of Finance, they need to work together and find, okay, maybe just like the way they did for the agricultural sector the last time, they need to also look at other sectors, like an incentive lending to them. Maybe not as high as what they are getting from, but maybe around 14, 13%. That will be another level of incentive to them also, to actually reduce the cost of borrowing to them, and also reduce the cost of operation to them.
Okay. I mean, we're pressed for time. I wanted to ask you your outlook for the second quarter, what is likely to be, given the fact what has happened, but we don't have that much time again. So on this note, I want to thank you so much for coming on board. Oladipo Ajayi is the head fixed income market, Chapel Hiddenham Limited. We appreciate you for your time.
You are most welcome. You are most welcome.
All right. So let's look at other markets now. Crude prices rose for a third section on Wednesday as a hot to some export from Iraqi Kurdistan raised concerns of tightening supplies and fears of a global banking crisis by east. Brent crude futures gained 16 cents or 0.20% to $78.30 a barrel in early trade, while West Texas Intermediate US crude rose by 35 cents to $73.69 a barrel. Well, and this is where we call it a wrap on today's episode of the program. We're back again tomorrow. I am Frank Omalape. I'll see you again.